What's up, puzzle fam? Alex here, ready to tackle the NYT Connections puzzle for June 23rd, 2025. If you're new, hit subscribe and join the crew. Today's video is your shortcut to puzzle mastery. We'll break down hints, strategies, and the full solution. But the real win is when you solve it yourself. So grab your coffee, open the puzzle in another tab, and let's get those brain cells firing. Ready? Let's dive in. Alright, let's dive into some hints to help you crack today's connections puzzle. We're going to explore some strategic nudges to guide your thinking, but don't worry, we're not about to give away any spoilers. The goal here is to sharpen your intuition and help you develop a keen eye for spotting those hidden connections. Think of it as a gentle push in the right direction, rather than a blatant reveal. We want you to experience that satisfying aha moment all on your own. So get ready to engage your brain and unlock the secrets of the grid. We're offering hints, no spoilers, just nudges. These are designed to get your mental gears turning without outright revealing the answers. We'll be focusing on the types of associations you should be looking for, the kind of lateral thinking that can help you break through a mental block, and the subtle clues that the game often provides. Remember, Connections is all about finding those unexpected links, so prepare to think outside the box. First, look for words you'd find in a quiet, reverent building. Consider the vocabulary associated with places of worship, historical landmarks, or even grand architectural structures. Think architecture and atmosphere, words that evoke a sense of awe, history, or spiritual significance. Are there any terms related to the design, the rituals, or the overall feeling you get when you step inside such a place? This could be a key to unlocking one of the categories. Next, spot verbs about winning or acquiring. Focus on action words that describe the process of achieving a goal, gaining an advantage, or coming out on top. These are words with a competitive edge. Think about the language of sports, business, or any situation where there's a clear winner and loser. Are there any words that suggest triumph, success, or the act of overcoming obstacles? Keep an eye out for these competitive verbs. Third, scan for words linked to a luxurious plant, something that often symbolizes celebration and refinement. Consider the imagery associated with vineyards, wineries, or even the fruit itself. This plant is often celebrated with a toast. Think about the traditions and customs associated with this luxurious item. What words come to mind when you picture a special occasion, a moment of joy, or a sophisticated gathering? These associations might lead you to the right connection. Finally, find words that can all be followed by the same word. This is a classic connections trick, where seemingly unrelated terms share a common suffix or can be combined to create a well-known phrase. This will help you make a common phrase. Look for words that, when paired with another, create a familiar idiom, saying, or expression. This requires a bit of linguistic creativity and an understanding of common word pairings. Think right or title, words that can complete multiple phrases when added to other words on the board. This is a great strategy for uncovering hidden connections and making progress when you're feeling stuck. Don't rush, just try to find one group. Focus your energy on identifying a single category first. Once you've successfully isolated one group of 4, the remaining words will become much easier to decipher. If you're stuck, look for double meanings or oddballs. Sometimes, a word might have multiple interpretations, or one word might seem completely out of place. Sometimes the outlier is the key. That seemingly random word might be the missing link that ties everything together. Don't dismiss it too quickly. Explore its potential connections to the other words on the board. Remember, Connections loves red herrings and wordplay. The game is designed to be challenging, and it often uses misleading clues and clever linguistic tricks to throw you off track. Use the one-away clue to your advantage. Pay close attention to the game's feedback when you make an incorrect guess. The one-away indicator tells you that you're close to identifying a valid connection. Swap out the odd word and try again. If you're one away, experiment with different combinations by replacing one of the words in your selection. This can help you refine your understanding of the underlying connection. Take a breath, scan the board, and trust your instincts. Sometimes the best approach is to step back, clear your mind, and let your intuition guide you. Pause here if you want to hunt for a group. This is your chance to put these hints into practice and see if you can crack the code on your own. Do this before we move on. Take your time, explore the possibilities, and enjoy the challenge. The real fun is in the discovery. The satisfaction of uncovering a hidden connection is what makes Connections so addictive and rewarding. Let's keep going. We're about to delve deeper into the solution, so get ready for the next level of hints and insights. Alright, puzzle enthusiasts, are you ready to take your connections game to the next level? Do you find yourself staring blankly at the grid, unsure of where to even begin? Well, fear not. We're about to dive deep into the world of word associations and unveil some seriously effective strategies. Get ready to unlock your inner word wizard because it's time for some pro tips. These aren't just your average run-of-the-mill suggestions. We're talking about tried and true techniques used by seasoned connections players to dominate the game. We'll explore clever approaches, hidden patterns, and the kind of insightful thinking that separates the casual player from the true master. So, buckle up, sharpen your mind, and prepare to elevate your game. It's time to level up your connections game. One of the most common tricks the game employs is using words that have more than one meaning. These tricky words can lead you down the wrong path if you're not careful. So, before you jump to any conclusions, take a moment to consider all the possible definitions of each word. Always check for words with multiple meanings. These words are often cleverly disguised, appearing innocent on the surface but hiding a deceptive double meaning. They're designed to mislead you, to make you think you found a connection when you haven't. Recognizing these words is key to avoiding frustration and staying on the right track. These are the puzzle's favorite traps. Another powerful technique is to analyze the words based on their grammatical function. Are they nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs? Group by part of speech. This can often reveal hidden connections that you might have otherwise missed. For example, you might find a group of words that are all action verbs, or a set of adjectives that describe a particular feeling. Are there clusters of verbs, nouns, or adjectives? Sometimes one word will stand out from the rest, a word that seems completely out of place. Don't ignore it. Start with the weirdest word. This oddball word can often be the key to unlocking an entire category. It might be a niche term, a slang word, or simply a word that doesn't immediately fit with the others. But by focusing on it, you might just stumble upon the hidden theme that connects the other words. It often unlocks a whole category. When you're feeling stuck, don't be afraid to use the process of elimination. If you can confidently identify one group of 4 words, remove them from the equation. This will make it much easier to see the connections between the remaining words. Solving one group makes the rest easier. Keep an eye out for words that could potentially fit into multiple categories. These crossover words are often the most challenging to identify. Watch for crossover words that fit multiple categories. They might seem like they belong in one group, but they're actually designed to throw you off. They're usually the one-away culprits. This might sound strange, but it can be surprisingly effective. Say the words out loud. Hearing the words spoken aloud can sometimes trigger new associations and help you see connections that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise. Sometimes hearing them sparks new connections. Pay close attention to the beginnings of words. Look for shared prefixes, the endings of words, suffixes, and the core of the words, or roots. It's easy to get tunnel vision when you're focused on solving a puzzle. Don't get stuck on one idea. If you find yourself hitting a wall, take a step back, clear your head, and try to approach the puzzle from a different perspective. If you're blocked, regroup and try a new angle. The Connections game often incorporates references to popular culture, current events, and common idioms. Pop culture references and wordplay are common. Don't be afraid to think creatively and look for connections that might not be immediately obvious. Think outside the box. Sometimes your intuition can lead you to the right answer, but it's important to verify your hunches with logical reasoning. Trust your gut, but back it up with logic. Once you've identified a potential group of words, ask yourself if you can clearly and concisely name the category that connects them. Can you clearly name the category? By mastering these techniques, you'll be well on your way to becoming a connections master. Apply these strategies. Now it's your turn to put these pro tips to the test. Pause if you want to try again. Take a moment to analyze the puzzle. Apply the strategies we've discussed, and see if you can crack the code. And get ready for the answers. Are you ready to see how you did? Let's reveal the solution. Before we reveal the answers, this is your moment. Pause the video and give the puzzle a real shot. The satisfaction of solving it yourself beats any answer key. Use the hints and strategies we've covered. Look for double meanings, oddballs, and patterns. Don't worry about mistakes. Every guess is progress. Set a timer for 5 minutes and see what you can find. Whether you solve one group or the whole thing, you're building your puzzle skills. The struggle is what makes the aha moment so sweet. I'm rooting for you. Pause now, then come back for the solution. Remember, The journey is the best part. When you're ready, hit play and let's see how you did. You've earned this. Let's move on to the answers. Here we go. All right, puzzle enthusiasts, the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. It's time to pull back the curtain, unveil the answers, and dissect the delightful intricacies of today's Connections puzzle. Get ready to have your curiosity satisfied and your puzzling prowess either validated or gently challenged. We're about to embark on a journey through the solutions, offering not just the answers themselves, but also a bit of insight into the clever connections that bind them together. So, without further ado, here are the Connections answers for June 23rd, 2025. Let's dive right in and see how each category was masterfully crafted. First up in yellow, found in a church. This category brings together a collection of words that immediately evoke images of sacred spaces and religious traditions. Aisle, the walkway where countless ceremonies have taken place. Choir, the harmonious voices that fill the air with uplifting melodies. Pew, the silent witness to prayers and reflections. Steeple. These words paint a vivid picture of the architectural and spiritual essence of a church. Moving on to green win as a prize. This category focuses on the thrill of victory and the rewards that come with it. Bag, often filled with celebratory goodies. Capture, seizing the moment of triumph. Land, successfully achieving your goal. Secure. Each word encapsulates the feeling of accomplishment and the tangible or intangible rewards that follow. Let's explore blue related to grapes. This category transports us to vineyards and wineries, celebrating the fruit of the vine. Bunch, a cluster of juicy sweetness. Leaf, providing shade and contributing to the vine's vitality. Vine, the climbing structure that bears the precious fruit. Wine. This category is a tribute to the rich history and cultural significance of grapes. Finally, we have purple words before title. This category plays with common phrases, challenging us to think about word associations. Job as in job title, miss as in miss title, Mr. as in Mr. title. Working. This category showcases the power of language and the fun of wordplay. The church group was classic. Architecture and features you'd expect. It relied on our collective understanding of religious spaces. The win verbs were tricky. Each means to acquire or secure something. The subtle nuances between them made this category a bit more challenging. The grape group required thinking about luxury and celebration. It wasn't just about the fruit itself, but the associations we have with it. The title group was pure wordplay. Each word forms a common phrase with title, a testament to the puzzle's clever design. Red herrings? Absolutely. Words like land and vine could mislead you. The puzzle masterfully uses these to throw you off the scent. The puzzle's beauty is in its misdirection and clever connections. It's a true work of art for word puzzle aficionados. Did my hints help? Which group stumped you? I'm genuinely curious to hear about your experience with today's puzzle. Every attempt sharpens your skills for next time. Remember, even if you didn't solve it perfectly, you're still improving your cognitive abilities. Let me know in the comments how you did and what tripped you up. I'm eager to read your thoughts and insights on the puzzle. Let's wrap up. Thank you for joining me on this puzzling adventure. Until next time, keep those brains engaged and those connections strong. That's a wrap on today's Connections puzzle. Thanks for joining me. Whether you solved it or learned something new, you're a winner here. Drop your results and favorite moments in the comments. I love hearing from you. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a puzzle breakdown. See you tomorrow for another round. Peace out, puzzle fam!